Let me just mute you guys. Lovely. And then I'm gonna make my screen big. Lovely. Okay, so just gonna check if you can all hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up. Cool, perfect. So we're going to start with the usual down dog into cobras. I still think that's the right term. I'm just going to go with it. So we're going to start in our down dog like this. And the reason I really like this movement transition is because it just helps to open everything up. So everybody to get into a down dog to begin with. Lovely. Again, sometimes your down dog might be here. You might be super stretched if you're all the way through here. Or you might be where I am and kind of be in the middle. They're all correct, so don't feel like you have to be more one than the other. We're then going to go down, drop our hips through, let our feet relax, and go into a cobra. And this is just a great movement for the lower back, but it's great for the hips as well. Helps to keep the front nice and open, and it helps to start getting a stretch through the hamstring. Go back into the down dog. Right, looking good. Keep challenging to put those heels onto the floor if you can't do that, like I can't. Just helps to keep that movement free there. Good, and then come forward, go down to a cobra. And then what you should kind of feel is just a really nice stretch through the front of your spine and into the front of your hips as well if you've got quite tight hips like me. Back to the cobra again. Not the cobra, that was the cobra. Back into the down dog. Let everything stretch. Good. And then down into the cobra again. I'm just going to hit record because I did this last week and I've done it again now. I will remember, I promise, because I've forgotten to record again. Record on this computer. Cool. Okay, so down to a frog squat. I don't think any of you are non-emotion members, so you should all know what a frog squat is, hopefully. But anyone who doesn't, just give me a wave and I can go through it. But it's very simple anyway. Frog squat like this. Straighten the legs up fully, allowing that stretch up and down the back of the legs. As you come down to the squat, that squat just helps to move those hips. So it helps to open up the hip capsule, helps to get that movement in there. Movement creates fluid movement. That fluid movement helps our hips. That's why we like frog squats so much. Your frog squat might be here, that's fine. You might be down here, you might be way up here, that's fine. It's just about the movement. So let's go through 10 processions of frog squats. So go all the way through just like this. And then taking that time to feel that stretch. So everyone do 10, just in your own time. Nice and smooth, nice and fluid, focusing on getting that stretch. Good, looking good. Good, I've got one more, but just finish off your 10 if you haven't already. Cool, perfect. So the beginning of this is very similar to my normal stretch, and that's just because these stretches are so important, especially with the type of work that we're doing at the moment, just being more sedentary than usual for most of us. But even if you're a key worker, you're still doing a lot of work, and your time is different, and you might not be able to do as much exercise as you used to. So we're going to start with that pigeon stretch again. For those that don't know what pigeon stretch is, it helps to open up all of the lateral side of the hip, so the outside of the hip here. Mainly the glute medius, which is what is mainly affected when we're running. So to do this, we bring our legs forward, we bring one leg back. Your stretch might be there, and that's great. If you don't feel it, bring your bum down. Nice view, sorry. Bring your leg up so it's kind of at a 90-degree angle, and then bring that forward. Some of you might be super flexible and can do this. Not saying that I'm super flexible, just that's the only point. Some of you might be over here. Some of you might be in the midpoint. Some of you might be up on that like that. So find your point and hold that stretch. So a really nice stretch down there, down there. And you can kind of feel the stretch fading off a little bit. Have a move around until you feel that stretch again. Go on to the other side. You can kind of see here, with my dirty socks, that some people can bring their leg way up like this, and that's really going to get that kind of back capsule of the hip. Sometimes you might be more here, and that can get a nice stretch as well. Just have a play around with that leg position until you find that stretch that feels just really nice, and it feels like it's getting the spot that you want it to. And then you can just roll forward like this, or hold it here depending where's most comfortable for you. And remember, if one hip is a bit different than the other, that's absolutely fine. It's just an indication of an area that might need a bit of work. Very normal to have a dominant leg, it's just like a dominant arm. So good, just keep holding that stretch there. And like I said, if you can feel it kind of easing off, just keep challenging it, keep pushing it, keep working to find that stretch. Okay, finish off that stretch there. Now what we're going to do is go into a hip flexor stretch. So again, very similar to the beginning of my normal stretch. After this, we'll go into some different hip exercises. Hip flexor stretch, as I told you all before, if you have attended my classes, it's not a back stretch, so we're not doing this, we're doing this. So wanting to get to the front of our hip here. This muscle is really, really important if anyone with lower back pain, hip impingement, hip problems, anything like that. So leg forward, so you come into a nice 90 degree position. The leg that you're stretching, keep that far enough back that you feel that comfortable stretch. Again, your stretch might be in a different position depending on how flexible you are. Keep your body stacked up so everything's nice and tucked in. Core is controlled. Bend forward there. Feel that stretch through the front of the leg. Don't worry if your hip on the leg up side kind of drops a little bit. That's okay. You just really must focus on that stretch on the leg that's back. You should feel it down the front. Keeping that core engaged and really using this leg here as that lever. A few more seconds there. And then swap over. Again, you might have noticed the difference in side to side, and that is fine, but worth noting and worth comparing how you feel like week by week. My flexibility's definitely got better from doing these types of exercises, and they're leveling out more, so they're getting more similar to each other, which is good because that's what helps to prevent injury. Good. Keep holding it there, keep challenging it. Always you feel that stretch just down the front here. It's a great muscle, but it does cause some issues with hip problems and lower back pain, so it's why everyone bangs on about it so much. It's just a great one to stretch out. Okay, so finish that stretch off there. And we're going to be moving on to the adductors. So we have abductors and adductors. Adductors open up our legs like this. Adductors bring them together like this. Things like the glutes open the hips. Things like the adductors, the bits in the middle here, are what closes the hips again. We want strength in both of them, and we want stretch and flexibility in both of them too. So the normal adductor stretch would be kind of what the ballerinas do, where they open up their legs and almost go into a split type thing. I like to do one that's a bit more versatile and one that we can help to feel some kind of progression and be able to move down to that movement if that's what's right for us. With the adductor stretch, generally easier to stand up to begin with. We want to get into this kind of nice V-shaped position. And then what I do is bring one leg out more and then bend into that leg there like that. And what you should feel is a stretch kind of going from like a few inches down from the groin down to the kind of knee area. Shouldn't be painful, and you might have to play around a little bit. But that stretch is just a nice one because you can control it. Whereas if you're on the floor and you're allowing your weight to control it, then that's when sometimes you can do some injury or some tears or anything like that. If you're super flexible, you can try and do that. You might be able to feel it a bit better. And if you lean your body weight forward, you can also feel it through there. If you're still super flexible, then you can do the split one. It's kind of like this and leaning forward like that. I'm not that flexible, so I'm not doing that one. But that's great if you are really flexible. You can stretch both hips at the same time. For me, I'm in the mid-range, so I quite like this one. But like I said, whichever one's right for you. So, all looking good. If it's a bit uncomfortable holding your knee like this, you can drop it down like that and then lean your way forward, because that's just a bit more comfortable for me anyway. But it depends what's right for you, obviously. Main thing about this stretch is that it shouldn't be painful. So if you're feeling any like groin strain or anything, just stop and maybe do some frog squats or do something different and then talk to me about it after. But it looks like all of you are doing okay, so that's good. Okay, so swap over to the other side. So again, to run through, if you're more beginner flexibility, legs in a V shape, one leg like this, one leg pointing that way, lean into it like that. You feel the stretch go down here. If you're midpoint like me, you can either bend like that, bend down into the leg, come down like this and then lean forward. If you're super flexible, you'll probably still be in this position anyway, leaning all the way forward like that. And that's fine to keep doing that. But like I said, I'm here and I'm comfortable here, so I like to stay in this a bit. If any of you are horse riders, this is a great stretch for you. So obviously you're using your adductors all the time to control what the horse is doing. This is a brilliant stretch if you're doing any kind of thing like that. Even biking, cycling a lot, that's also going to do it. So these stretches are just great for opening up the hips. Good, just a few more seconds there. Okay, and then have a lie on your back. So, very simple exercise now. And this is in our, I think we did a mobilization scoring a couple of weeks ago now. This is the exercise in that. So it's very simply bringing your leg up, bending it down to your chest. The reason I like this is because you get that full flexion movement, and then you put it under a bit of load by bringing that leg towards you. Some of you might be here, that's fine. Some of you might be back here, that's also fine. The main thing is to keep challenging it. So if you are here, just take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, try and bring it towards you again. For those that are here, and you're thinking, I can't really feel much of a stretch, that's okay. This is more mobilization, but what you can do is bring it out so it's kind of facing towards the computer screen or whatever's facing away from you. Kind of bring it out, and then you can bring it back in again. And then what you're doing is you're opening up and mobilizing the hip. So if you're quite advanced in your stretching, you're still going to get a benefit from this stretch. I don't like resting in my stretches. I like to challenge everyone where I can anyway. But like I said, if you're here, just try and bring it in. A few more seconds. Okay, and then the other side. So we're going to do after this, because this is closing up the hip again, we're going to do another hip flexor stretch just to reopen them up. Main thing is that we want to try and keep the session of hips open, but we also want them to be mobilized. Mobilized basically means that there's fluid movement in what's called the hip capsule. It's where our joint fits into it, and every joint needs to have something called synovial fluid, and then that keeps something called the hyaline cartilage nice and oxygenated. hips. So lots of big words there, sorry everyone. I like putting them in every now and then. There'll be a test at the end of this. No, there won't. But yeah, basically just means that it helps to keep the joint moving, helps to keep it fluid, helps to keep it stretched, helps to keep it open. So whatever you're doing, hair cycler, anything like this, it will make sure that you're doing that with nice, free, open, but mobilized hips. That rather than just holding that stretch, moving it around. Okay. Bring your legs up so they're about 90 degrees. Bring one leg over, so it kind of makes like a figure four. And then you're going to bring your arms through. So one arm goes one way, one arm goes through the gap. Tuck that in, like that, and bring it towards you. And this is another good for you. You can feel it on the outside. So that's one side. So, 1 second. So you should feel it on the outside here. If you're struggling with flexibility a bit, it looks like all of you are doing okay, but if you are struggling a little bit with this, even just sitting sometimes can help to open it up, and you can bring one leg up like that, or you can tuck your leg over and bring it towards you if you are struggling a bit with that exercise, but it looks like all of you are doing okay. So keep holding that stretch, and again, if you feel like it's loosening up, bring it towards you again. What you don't want is just to kind of let it flop around and just not really do too much, because that's not really going to do any kind of stretching. You always want to challenge it. And this is great again, because just having this leg out like this is opening up that hip. So again, just a few more seconds here. And then the other side. So how to do this? Leg folds over just like this. Hands go through the gap again, one side, one through the middle of your legs. Bring it up like this. Clasp around it, bring it towards you. Again, one side's going to be, well, most likely one side's going to be facing in. So just hold that for a few more seconds there. And remember to keep breathing, because that's definitely one thing I forget to do. Breathing is what just helps to try and just regulate our Okay, good. So we're going to go back into the hip flexor stretch just to reopen up those hips again. A lot of what we were just doing now is closing those hips, which is great because that's the movement we need from them as well. But we also want them to be nice and open, because when we sit with them, we sit with them all closed. So we all know this anyway, I don't need to describe it again. Just go back into that hip flexor stretching. But hopefully what you'll feel is a bit of an improvement. Maybe a bit less tight, you can go a bit further, feels easier, doesn't feel quite as weird. All of that is really positive. So if you feel any of that, then you're doing great. And if you don't feel any of that, then you're doing great anyway. So okay, and then other side. And then finally, down to a squat again. And how we're going to finish today is just 10 more frog squats. Just helps get that movement through. And again, the hip flexors and the frog squats you can then use to compare. Just see that you've loosened up a little bit in this session. So again, 10 frog squats, just in your own time. Keeping that back, your lower back, nice and straight. You don't want to be curving like this. You want to keep that activated the whole time. And then just finish up there. Should always be at 10 now. Lovely. So I'm going to unmute you all. I can ask you to do it. There we go. Cool. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. If any of you got any questions, then obviously feel free to say now, or you can always send me a message after. I'm obviously on Facebook or whatever's easiest for you. But yeah, everyone did really well.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. No worries.
The frog squats were a bit scary after Saturday.
Did you say they're a bit less scary?
No, they were, because of Saturday, they were scary.
So we did
It was James's birthday, so we did like
oh my god, yeah.
28 squats, 14 times.
200, how many?
So we did 28 reps,
Yeah.
28 different sets of exercises, and every other one we did was frogs.
That's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, and I came up with it. It was my stupid idea.
I don't know why you did that.
Because it's his
I bet
birthday.
everyone hates you today, so.
Yeah, it's his birthday. You needed to suffer.
He did. He makes everyone suffer all the time anyway, so it was only.
Yeah, we had to get home back.
Yeah.
And then he did a blooming circuit class, which was just as brutal. So
That was brutal.
that was hard.
I know Chris did one as well, and he was just like, that's the hardest thing. I think I joined on the end of one, and I was like, oh, well, that 2 minutes was hard. So yeah, I can imagine any more than that is very, very challenging. But you all did really great, and I think I know my flexibility is definitely improving just from doing this like twice a week. So I hope you're seeing benefit in it. But if there's anything, I'm going to put a poll up later. So if there's anything you want more focus on, then just say, or if you just like the general stretch, you can vote there. So yeah, feedback's always really appreciated. But you all did great. So
Thanks a lot.
lovely. Have a great evening.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Who did?
Oh, I don't know what
Tap
again.
screen. There you go.